All right, Yearby Digital Web Services, Jonas Yearby. We are back with another video. ChatGPT, OpenAI has came out with new upgrades and updates, and we have to go ahead and cover those and go ahead and let you guys know what's going on in layman's terms. If you catch my drift, let's go ahead and start the video here, and I'll explain what's going on.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. Please, welcome to the stage Sam Altman.
Sam Altman.
Good morning. Welcome to our first ever OpenAI DevDay. We're thrilled that you're here, and this energy is awesome. ChatGPT. For our enterprise customers.
So basically, that means you can now generate images in ChatGPT instead of having to go to different websites. Excuse me, going to different websites and generate your images there. Now you can just do it all within ChatGPT. It's a really, really cool feature.
We launched ChatGPT Enterprise, which offer API for a wide variety of use cases doing amazing stuff. Over 92.
They have 2 million developers on there currently. Over 92% of Fortune 500 companies building on their products. 100 million weekly active users now on ChatGPT. It's a lot of people.
GPT.
Fact of like each.
So since this is basically a beginner friendly channel right now, at least, I'm gonna let it be known ChatGPT can help you learn languages. It can talk to you in a different language. And since it can speak now, it can basically speak for you in a different language, which basically makes it pretty powerful.
More accurate over a long context.
So basically, what he's talking about is how much content it can put out. And usually with ChatGPT, you'll see that it brings up errors more frequently when you have longer content. So I guess one of their updates is that basically with longer content is going to become more accurate now, which helps with writing articles and blogs, which is what we do.
Number 2, more control. We've heard loud and clear that developers need more control over the model's responses and outputs. So we've addressed that in a number of ways. We have a new feature called JSON mode, which
keep in mind this is for developers, right? Which is why it's DevDay. So this is for developers who use ChatGPT's API. So some of this stuff is going to get a little advanced, but it's going to basically get to where it's more user-friendly for those who are still becoming familiar with ChatGPT, but you just want to stay up to date on how to use it and what the latest features are on ChatGPT.
ensures that the model from text.
They have a new text-to-speech model that makes you be able to create natural sounding audio.
In the API with 6 preset voices to choose from. I'll play an example.
Did you know that Alexander Graham Bell, the eminent inventor, was enchanted by the world of sounds? His ingenious mind led to the creation of the graphophone, which etches sounds onto wax, making voices whisper through time.
This is much more natural than anything else we've heard out there. Voice can make apps more natural to interact with and more accessible.
Exactly. So with the voice thing, it's powerful because I'm right now learning Spanish, and there's a AI website that I use. I can't think of what the name of it is. There's a lot of them though, and basically you can speak to it in whatever language you're learning. I'm learning Spanish. You can speak to it in the language that you're learning, and it speaks back. You can pick whatever you want to talk about with the AI. It's really neat. It's really neat. Really, really neat.
Higher rate limit.
custom models. So I believe that's the GPTs that everybody's been talking about, where it's basically like your own chatbot. So it seems like OpenAI has basically made it to where it's easier to do than it's been to do, and it's cheaper. So I've seen videos of a lot of guys saying, well, it was probably just, to get people's attention, but is it over? Is AI automation agencies over? Because now, one of the main services that people sold was chatbots. And now they're basically saying that you can just go and do it on OpenAI, no problem. It's like, So, I personally think that it doesn't matter. I mean, you can go and do anything. Like, we make websites, hosting, graphics, right? You can go and do all of that stuff if you really want to. If you want to figure out how to do it, you can figure out how to do it. And any person that's able to run a business can definitely learn how to do WordPress, or how to create graphics, or how to even code, or any of that stuff. But the fact of the matter is they don't want to do it. So that's the whole point. Like, they can make it as easy as they want to make it, but there's still going to be somebody out there that does not want to do it, and that's where me and you come in. We can make money. So I don't think it really matters. I think it's just going to make it easier for whoever's really into it.
Nice. Everything we can.
Just to give some more context, the chatbots are, for those of you who don't know, chatbots are like, think of when you go on websites and you're typing in, and you see like a little, like this, like if you see, usually it's like over here, it's a lot smaller than my head, than this bubble, but if you click on it and then it says, hey, how may we help you? That isn't AI, but it's the same type of concept. So you go on and you can type it, you can have this chatbot trained on your company, your schedules, you can set it to make appointments for you, cancel appointments, you can have it automate you can have almost everything automated within your chatbot. Now they just made it a lot easier to do with OpenAI ChatGPT. You can just go in and just say, hey, make a chatbot that does this, all with natural just language, and it'll just do it. So it's getting easier by the day, man. It really is changing. So GPT-4 and GPT-4 Turbo are part of the Plus subscription. It's $20 a month. If you ChatGPT 3.5 is free. So if you don't have the subscription of GPT Plus, you're not gonna have GPT-4 or GPT-4 Plus. But I do, or GPT-4. What do you call it? Plus?
We've run copyright infringement, and this applies
Turbo,
both to
GPT-4 Turbo. You won't have access to that. I do recommend that you get access to that, though. I do recommend that you go ahead and get the subscription, especially if you're a business owner and you know you're going to be using it to create content. It's worth it. It's worth every penny.
And the API. And let me be clear, this is a good time to remind people, we do not train on data from the API or ChatGPT Enterprise ever.
So this is Microsoft and OpenAI speaking about their partnership, I guess.
Couple of things. We have shared a lot of great updates for developers already, and we got a lot more to come. But even though this is a developer conference, we can't resist making some improvements to ChatGPT.
This is going to be the
ChatGPT now uses GPT-4 Turbo
common
with
user
all the latest improvements, including the latest knowledge cutoff, which will continue to update. That's all live today. It can now browse the web when it needs to, write and run code, analyze data, take and generate images, and much more. And we heard your feedback, that model picker, extremely annoying. That is gone starting today. You will not have to click around the drop-down menu. All of this will just work together. ChatGPT.
Okay, so basically, you're going to be able to, like I said, upload images into ChatGPT. No more picking plugins. ChatGPT is going to know what plugin to use with whatever it is you're asking it to do. So we never went over plugins. Plugins is basically where you make, other companies are basically using OpenAI's API, ChatGPT's API, to create different SaaSes. and it's giving you the option to either do it in ChatGPT's interface or either go to that company's website and do it there. It's two different options that you have, right? So that's basically what plugins are. Now they're making it to where you're going to be able to just go and, if you wanted to run code, you just ask it to run code. If you wanted to take a upload a picture or do something with a picture, you just ask it to do it versus having to go to the Dolly tab, which he just showed, and pick it and doing everything individually. It's just making things move that much faster. So I think that's definitely a really good update.
GPT brings together Code.org's extensive curriculum and expertise and lets teachers adapt it to their needs quickly and easily.
Okay, so basically, Code.org made a GPT called Lesson Planner GPT, where it basically allows teachers to be able to manipulate it to work how they would like. But let me go back and make sure I'm getting that right.
If Canva has built a GPT.
So ChatGPT basically took the curriculum from Code.org and made a video game out of it to help kids learn. Wow, just with natural language. So that's what GPTs are all about.
It lets you start designing.
Thank you all.
Jessica.
Thank you all for being here.
Shout
My
out
name
to
is
Jessica.
Shea. I work with partners and customers to bring their product to life. And today, I can't wait to show you how hard we've been working on this. So let's get started. So to start, where your GPT will live is on this upper left corner. I'm going to start with clicking on I have to leave early. So right here I say, let Sam know I gotta go. Chasing GPUs. So with that, I'm going to swap to my conversation with Sam, and then I'm going to say, yes, please run that. Sam, did you get that?
I did.
Awesome. So, this...
So, and they're saying you're going to be able to do all this with natural language, not code.
So I'd like to show you how. Alright.
Look here, he's showing how to create a GPT. Basically, he is telling the GPT, I want to help start. You can read it right here. I want to help startup founders think through their business ideas and get advice. After the founder has gotten some advice, grill them on why they are not growing faster. Right?
So to start off, I just tell the GPT, and
You know, this actually reminds me of Auto GPT. When we were doing it locally on the computer, Auto GPT, where it can go out and do this and do that and do this, now they're making it to where you can just do it all on ChatGPT. Yeah, ChatGPT is trying to take over and come out and just, you can't do nothing. You do it all right here. That's what it seems like, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it is what it is, but, you know, I see what they're doing.
great. And you see now that the GPT is being built out a little bit more as we go. Now, what I want this to do, how it can interact with users, I could talk about style here. But
And just because I have some experience with dealing with this stuff, the best way to deal with this stuff, man, is to, like he said, have a conversation with it. The more time goes on, they'll refine it and fine tune it to where it's just, as soon as it, you know, you type in one prompt, it knows it. But you kind of have to, you know, give it a little nudge here, give it a little nudge there to kind of guide it where you want it to go if you see it's getting off track.
But I'm going to say, if we had more time, I'd show you a bunch of other things. But this is like a decent start.
If you can see right here, capabilities, web browsing, Dolly image generation, code interpreter. So it's able to do it all right here. No picking plugins, no going anywhere else, no paying AI agencies. Nah, I'm just playing. AI agencies are still going to get paid, trust me. But yeah, it's just making it easier for it to do. they're talking about they're releasing a GPT store later on this month.
You can list a
It's
GPT
getting serious.
there.
It's gonna take over the world. I don't know, y'all. It's gonna take over the. They OpenAI. They got a store now. The robots got a store.
We'll be able to feature the best and the most popular GPTs. Of course,
So if you contribute to the GPT store, you will be compensated. That is really dope for developers. So if you've been following ChatGPT, OpenAI, the API, OpenAI's API allows you to build your own SaaS, software as a service, services to offer to customers as a artificial intelligence service, right? So think you have a old picture that's from the 1950s and you want to restore it, and you put the picture into this software, and then it just restores it for you automatically. Then that's kind of like what we're talking about here. So if you anything like that, you've had to have in the past some sort of coding knowledge or something like that, at least a little bit of Python, things like that to be able to make this happen. Now they're basically saying that you do not need to have that knowledge anymore. You can just use natural language to go ahead and have that API used in your own whatever way that you desire for it to be used, right? So that is actually really, really cool. I know that it's one of those things just like the GPTs where it's like, well, it's making stuff way easier for you to be able to do so. It's going to get in the way of people's money. I don't believe that to be true. I believe some people are always going to want to focus on one thing versus trying to do more than one thing. If you got a business owner that has a business, they sell popcorn. They want to sell popcorn. They don't want to create GPTs. So that's where you come in. That's where I come in, and we can always make money. Give it to them at a fair price. They're happy. We're happy. He's happy. She's happy. We're all happy.
so today we're making it a lot easier with our new Assistance API.
And this is evidently called Assistance API. So the threads is where they don't have to deal with long conversation history. I remember trying to code things with ChatGPT, and the long words and the thinking it does and the this and the that, it just confuses it. It can do it. It was able to do this before, but it's just you have to be really, really, really meticulous with the words you use to make it do it. You almost had to still kind of know how to code, to know the lingo to tell it to, But now it's like they're making it more and more where it's just natural language, and it's getting better. Like, that is powerful, powerful, powerful. I'm telling you, that is crazy, crazy.
Working Python interpreter in a sandbox environment, and of course,
So basically, this part about it is back to developer talk, where it's making things easier to do with the APIs. It's making integration of the Open API more easy to infuse with the apps that you already have and the UIs that you already have. It's a little advanced.
But there's one most we launched the Assistance API to make it easier to build assisted experiences with your own apps. These are our first steps towards AI agents, and we'll be increasing their capabilities over time. We introduced a new GPT-4 Turbo model that delivers improved function calling, knowledge, lowered pricing, new modalities, and more. And we're deepening our partnership with Microsoft. In closing, I wanted to take a minute to thank the team that creates all of this.
All right. So basically, ChatGPT is moving at light speed, as we all know. It's basically, if you're into tech, man, it's not, none of this bothers you. If you're somebody that's just trying to get a quick dollar off of this stuff, I guess it may bother you. You know what I'm saying? I don't personally have a problem with stuff getting easier to do, because I'm always going to be the one that wants to do it. Do you want to do it? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Yearby Digital Web Services, Jonas Yearby, YearbyDigital.com. Subscribe. Go ahead and join the AI membership. We got a Notion database where we're giving all the latest, up-to-date techniques in AI and how to implement it in your business to be more successful and productive. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know if you think this AI agencies are dead, if GPTs are going to take over the world or the world of business or whatever. Whatever you think, let me know in the comment section, guys. Thanks. Until next time.